It's time now to go inside innovation, brought to you by DMI. Well, digital ad agency Statwax opened its doors just 2 years ago in Fishers. Since then, it's launched Statwax Academy. It's been named one of the top 10 fastest growing Google solution providers of 2017 by Silicon Review. And the company is expanding, adding up to 50 employees. And for more on what's driving growth and what's next, let's turn now to Statwax President Jeff Gasior. And Jeff, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Gary.
Congratulations on the success. Let's start from the beginning. How did Statwax come about?
Yeah, and so Gary, it's a great question. We took a look at the digital space and felt that traditional media buyers were just moving over and purchasing inventory just like they did on the traditional side, and we felt that there was a better way by actually placing ads, and so we started Statwax 2 years ago with the thought of eliminating ad fraud and increasing overall rates.
Yeah, so the digital space obviously is huge. You've really focused on a niche. Now, how do you do that? How did the whole ad placement, is it software? Is it what? How do you do what you do?
Yeah, so we have a team back in our office at Statwax that is literally placing ads on a per second basis. We write our own algorithms and scripts in-house versus using programmatic software that every one of your competitors could be using to purchase the same inventory and place ads against.
Yeah, we talked about your growth over the last 2 years. You've also landed some big name customers, Adidas and GE, and a number of big customers.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been fortunate to do that, and just recently working with First Internet Bank, which is one of the fastest growing banks in the country, Vox, just to name a few. Ivy Tech, we've had some explosive growth with them over the last couple of months as well.
In terms of your business lines, you mentioned online ad fraud, and you contend that online ad fraud is a huge problem. And how are you getting your arms around that?
Yeah, so when ad fraud exists, it's usually because people are purchasing large amounts of impressions without really worrying about where they're actually being placed. And what we do is by figuring out where those ads need to be placed and buying them in milliseconds versus actual 1,000 impressions at a time, we see great number of decreases in those actual ad fraud numbers going down.
Where do you see business, what do you see driving business as you look to the next 5 to 10 years going forward? You've had great growth here these first 2 years. Where do you see things going?
Yeah, when you look at numbers like $7.2 billion rooted in ad fraud, and you have a system like ours that eliminates that, I think that's where that growth is going to come from. As the space gets more educated to the options and opportunities that are out there, I think that's when we're really going to tell our story and grow from that standpoint.
And to grow, to fuel that growth, you've got to have jobs. You're hiring, and you've got some pretty ambitious plans. You've got about 16 employees now, looking to add 40 to 50 over the next couple of years.
Yeah, and so we've started something called Statwax Academy, which is going to help us train those employees and train anyone in the state of Indiana, and have had some talks with some national schools, both traditional and non-traditional, to offer our Statwax Academy on a national level to make sure those people are trained for those jobs when they're available.
What kinds of people are you looking for?
Yeah, we're looking for people that like to analyze data, understand numbers, and are critical thinkers who are looking outside of the box to solve problems in an ad environment.
All right, Statwax, a Fishers-based company, growing at a very substantial clip. Jeff Gasior is the president. Jeff, thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Hey, thanks a lot.
All right. Well, thanks for watching Inside Indiana Business on YouTube. For the latest statewide business news, be sure to visit InsideIndianaBusiness.com and subscribe to our free daily e-newsletters by clicking on the link.